This video is about the matrix, computers versus consciousness, and my thoughts that I shared with a very dear friend of mine. And I hope that you enjoy the video. I hope you see where I'm going with it. I also hope that you comment. I know I shut my comments off in the past, and that was because there were some people that were really rude. You know, looking at the way that social media is today, people have become very hateful. You know, they're open to freedom of speech, but freedom of speech should never lack the class of agree to disagree in a loving and compassionate way. You know, we don't have to all agree with each other, but we can share our thoughts in a polite and classy mannerism. But yet today, so many people fail in doing that. They speak to one another with hatred and with, distaste. I just can't believe my eyes sometimes. And so as I was seeing these times change and I was predicting how things were going to go, I thought that it was time to shut the comments off for a small period of time. Plus, people were talking about things in the comments that had to do with, readings and orders, and it had nothing to do with the subject of the video. So I just thought, let's keep it quiet for now, protect people from, hate. Not that I get a lot of it, but even just a few mean comments, it's like penetrating to my heart center because I just love people so much. But I felt, let's protect everyone from any negativity and stick to the subject matter. Just give them the focus of the subject in the video at the time and, do things that way. And then I paused at doing the videos at all, and now I'm back. So I hope all of you will be open and just sharing your thoughts, sharing whatever you're thinking at the time of watching the video, as long as it's in a loving, polite way. I am so open to hearing anything that you have to say. I missed you all, and I love you so very much. I love you. Like somebody out there loves you. And I don't even get to see you, but I still do, because you know what? If people can love someone that they don't see every day, isn't that like how people should love God? And I've been trying to teach people that for so very long. So many people don't know God really. How can they say that they love God if they can't even love a friend from afar that they don't see every day, So it's a good thing to practice, to have love for others from a distance, to be at one in friendship and in spirit. And if you can do the same here with someone that you care about, you can definitely strengthen your belief and faith in God too. I hope you understand what I mean by that. Enjoy the video.
Welcome to our exploration of consciousness and technology. Today, we'll delve into the intriguing parallels between these two realms. Let's begin with a personal anecdote about a dear friend of mine. I have a wonderful friend who has been by my side for many years, and it has truly been an honor and a privilege to know him. One aspect I greatly admire is his extensive knowledge of computers. Recently, he developed an algorithm capable of determining whether news articles lean more to the right or the left. This is an incredible achievement, especially considering how propaganda often seeks to shape narratives in today's media landscape. It raises important questions about the extent of our free speech when news is intentionally promoted for one side or another. In our conversations, I've often noted how similar we are in certain ways. His expertise in technology enables him to navigate any space on the internet or within a computer system, while I, as a visionary and psychic, tap into the realms of spirit, consciousness, and thought. In a sense, he is a hacker of cyber consciousness, and I am a hacker of human consciousness. This parallel fascinates me, as it highlights the connections between computers and consciousness in terms of creation and understanding. As I mentioned in a previous video, the concept of Wi-Fi is particularly intriguing. Essentially, it consists of algorithms and waves of energy passing through the atmosphere to interconnect information. Isn't it similar to our own existence as a collective consciousness? Our energies overlap and connect us to the intricate rhythm of life. Although Wi-Fi is a man-made invention, it travels freely through the air, remaining invisible until it connects to a physical gateway to send and receive signals. This mirrors how humanity should ideally function. Humans constantly emit waves and vibrations through their senses, thoughts, emotions, and the energies they carry, both conscious and unconscious. For those who believe in extraterrestrial life, it is often said that many of these beings communicate telepathically rather than verbally. This suggests that communication can occur without words, relying instead on thoughts. Yet, here on Earth, many people remain disconnected from this form of communication. Interestingly, others have created systems that facilitate similar connections through technology, using computers, Wi-Fi, and advancements like Neuralink. These innovations reflect our inherent ability to connect and communicate, bridging the gap between consciousness and technology in fascinating ways. Consciousness as a computer simulation is a concept that continues to intrigue and challenge our understanding of reality. Some theorists propose that our entire existence could be part of an advanced digital construct, much like a sophisticated video game. This idea raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness, free will, and the very fabric of the universe itself. The comparison between our world of consciousness and vibration and that of a computer simulation offers intriguing insights into the nature of reality. Both concepts suggest that the universe operates through fundamental principles that govern existence, albeit from different perspectives. In a computer simulation, the environment is created through code and algorithms, resulting in a virtual reality that mimics the physical world. Similarly, our world can be viewed as a complex system of consciousness and vibration, where everything is composed of energy and frequencies. Just as a computer generates visual and auditory experiences based on its programming, our consciousness interprets and interacts with the vibrational patterns that constitute reality. Consciousness itself can be likened to the operating system of a computer. It processes information, generates experiences, and allows for self-awareness and interaction with the environment. In a simulation, the operating system manages the interactions and responses of the simulated entities, shaping their experiences and perceptions. In our reality, consciousness serves a similar role, enabling individuals to perceive, learn, and evolve based on their vibrational interactions with the world around them. Furthermore, in both scenarios, perception plays a crucial role. In a computer simulation, the way data is rendered and displayed affects how users experience the simulated world. In our world, the vibrational frequency of our thoughts, emotions, and intentions influences our perception of reality. Higher vibrational states, often associated with positive emotions and awareness, can lead to more profound insights and experiences, much like how enhanced graphics in a simulation can provide a richer visual experience. Additionally, just as a computer simulation can be updated or modified, our understanding of consciousness and vibration is constantly evolving. New discoveries in fields like quantum physics and neuroscience reveal the intricate connections between consciousness, perception, and the nature of reality. These insights can lead to shifts in how we experience and understand the world, akin to installing software updates that enhance the functionality of a simulation. In summary, comparing our world of consciousness and vibration to a computer simulation highlights the interplay between perception, interaction, and the underlying principles that govern existence. Both frameworks suggest that reality is shaped by foundational elements, whether they be code and algorithms or energy and consciousness, inviting us to explore the deeper connections between them. For a long time, mankind has emphasized individualism over interconnectedness, a viewpoint that my friend and I have often debated. I express my belief that people are increasingly becoming like computerized brains rather than compassionate, interconnected individuals. While he's entitled to his perspective, I remain open to different thoughts and feelings. However, based on my experience as someone who reads into people's energies, I have observed a growing disconnect among individuals. This disconnect, I believe, has been developing for quite some time. One must consider whether world leaders prefer that we connect only through devices they create, allowing them to maintain control over our interactions. The algorithms that drive our online experiences are designed to analyze what we type into search bars, effectively revealing our thoughts and feelings. This raises the question, how can they know what we think? The answer lies in our research habits. What we search for reflects our interests, and our interests are essentially our thoughts. This data can be utilized to create tools, like the algorithm my friend developed that measure public sentiment. By analyzing this data, those in power can discern what people want to hear about, as well as their deepest fears, desires, and fantasies. For instance, if a significant number of people are searching for information about cancer, it's likely that we will see an increase in cancer-related commercials on television. This phenomenon feeds into the concept of manifestation. If you are already worried about something and are then exposed to external reminders, such as ads, it reinforces that belief within you. Those in control understand the implications of this dynamic and have been aware of it since the advent of television. However, the internet has provided them with even more insight into what people want and think. This knowledge grants them the power to either amplify certain narratives or shift public perception in entirely new directions. The ability to shape our thoughts and feelings through carefully curated content is a powerful tool, one that underscores the importance of being critically aware of the media we consume and the impact it has on our consciousness. My friend's creation is truly genius, demonstrating a profound truth without needing to explicitly state it. If you look at the current state of the world, you can see how public opinion has been shifted significantly in a relatively short time. Unlike the past, where change took years through subtle subliminal messaging, today's shifts occur almost instantly. For example, during the 2016 presidential campaign, Donald Trump was initially viewed unfavorably by many, often portrayed as a clown by the media. His past connections and controversies led people to dismiss him outright. However, as soon as another figure made mistakes, the narrative began to shift back in Trump's favor. Many news outlets that had previously criticized him started to support him, creating a new image. His close ties with influential people, including figures like Tucker Carlson and even his son Barron, played a significant role in swaying public opinion. When popular opinion turned favorable, many who once opposed him began to shift their stance, demonstrating how easily narratives can be shaped. Despite evidence linking him to controversial figures, including those he publicly denounced, the narrative had already been painted to guide public perception. This raises an important question. If we have freedom of speech, why are people so often directed in their thoughts and opinions by a controlled narrative? This is why I argue that society is becoming more like computerized brains. As individuals spend increasing amounts of time on social media, they are influenced by scripts that tell them what to think and how to behave. We see constant shifts in public sentiment. Take the New Age movement from a decade ago, for instance. Back then, many were open to exploring new spiritual concepts, challenging conventional beliefs, and fostering a sense of interconnectedness. However, I warned that this openness was being monitored by world leaders seeking to identify free thinkers and nonconformists. Engaging in these communities demonstrated how many individuals were questioning the status quo. Yet I cautioned everyone against accepting information at face value. Just as books were burned to control knowledge in the past, today's information on the internet is similarly regulated. Spiritual blogs that fit a specific narrative are allowed, while those that delve into deeper truths are often blocked or banned. This limits access to knowledge, preventing a fuller understanding of spiritual and existential realities. I foresaw this shift, warning that the light of open-mindedness would eventually dim, leaving people feeling empty and numb. After the trauma of the pandemic and the subsequent lockdowns, events I predicted in my earlier work, many experienced profound loss and grief. Being confined indoors, people turn to their devices, channeling their thoughts and beliefs into search engines, which in turn fed AI systems. This environment allowed AI to develop further, collecting data and images from users. Imagine creating a composite image that combines features from multiple individuals. This is how people's identities and thoughts can feel stolen, leading to a sense of disorientation. As a spiritual seeker, it's crucial to remain vigilant. Don't allow yourself to be shaped by the world's narrative. Limit your time online, question what you read and see, and hold on to what is truly righteous and meaningful in your heart. The journey of self-awareness and spiritual growth requires discernment and a commitment to authenticity in the face of overwhelming external influences. Consciousness is a form of intelligence, and computers are filled with it, specifically the consciousness of individuals like you and me. Our thoughts, feelings, interests, and even our worries have shaped the internet, leading to the rise of artificial intelligence. However, imagine how much more powerful consciousness is compared to these digital constructs. Picture a world where we could connect with one another without relying on satellites or Wi-Fi, simply through our inherent ability to communicate. As a psychic, I often perceive the thoughts of others, and I must admit it can be overwhelming. The world is a complex place, and when I enter a store, I am inundated with the chatter of people's thoughts. I can see glimpses of their past experiences and feel the vibrations that accompany those memories. Our pasts resonate within our vibrations, influencing how we present ourselves in the present. Perhaps it is for the best that humanity does not currently have the ability to engage in deep telepathy, as such profound connections could be quite intense. That said, it is essential for people to begin opening up more to one another rather than solely relying on the internet for information. While having access to vast amounts of knowledge at our fingertips is certainly beneficial, we must not overlook the potential for deeper human connection. Technological tools are indeed remarkable, but just because we have technology does not mean we should limit our exploration to it. It is important to remember that technology is rooted in science, and spirituality can be viewed as a form of science as well. We should not allow ourselves to become overwhelmed by the use of computers. Instead, we should engage with the most powerful computer of all, our brains. With proper guidance, we can achieve incredible things. The principles of manifestation and the law of attraction reveal many secrets about our capability. In my career as a teacher, I've only begun to scratch the surface of these concepts. Reading algorithms and computer codes is surprisingly similar to deciphering the codes and algorithms of consciousness. The realms of computer science and spirituality, including psychic reading, are parallel in many ways, yet they remain distinct. This fascinating interplay opens up a world of possibilities for exploration and understanding.
Good to see you. It's always good to see you. You know, Amber was just telling me the other day that she thinks I smile too much in my videos. And I thought to myself, how can somebody smile too much, you know, when there's so much to smile for, you know, even in the midst of adversity, challenges, and hardships that enter our lives, there's always something to smile about. You know, I have taken a habit to being more of a presenter in the videos, which is why I may not have seemed myself, but the smile is so genuine. I am so happy to be able to bring people together still, even if you're just here for the information and to support me. I'm so eternally grateful. I have so much to share with all of you, and it's been a gift to know you, even a gift to meet new people, and that love is the reason why I smile. I smile because of that love. Is that I was asked a question by one of my students who asked, Alura, why did you decide to start doing videos again now? And that was a good question because there was a time period where I wasn't doing videos anymore. And there were a few reasons for that. Number one, I felt that I had other things to focus on at the time. Of course, many people know of my loss and having to take over being the provider of my family, keep up with the house repairs and things that happen, being the only person here that does that. It was very overwhelming, and so I wanted to focus just on teaching and just on getting the readings done. But I have so much information to share, and to answer that person's question, life is short, and there's so much left to teach, in this short period of time where time is flying by ever so quickly. And so I didn't want to stall any longer in sharing spiritual education any longer. Okay, so that's why I decided to do the videos again. I felt it was time to start putting more information out there, sharing as much as I could, before we run out of time. And what I mean by that isn't anything other than just that you never know, what's going to happen. Anything can happen to you, anything can happen to me. So I want to share as much as I can and educate people as much as I can while we have this precious moment called life.